Every day is a difficult time, like I'm Azealia Banks. I used to have a lot of like resentment and anger about people when it's really the media. Okay, you know how Pokemon like evolved? I feel like an evolved Azealia.
How long you been writing these raps?
I've been writing these raps for like a couple months. When I was 17, I was signed to XL Recordings. I was just like rapping, having fun. Richard Russell at XL would always just talk about this full body of work. I remember just like struggling, like how am I gonna make a cohesive project that makes sense? Up until actually releasing like an album, it was a very big weight on me artistically. So from the time I was 17 up until I was like 22, like it was just something that I went to bed with at night, like this like grief, anxiety, you know, like honestly, like if you ask me like how did I cope, like I was wilding out, clearly, like clearly the world like saw that like something was bugging me. Get a blunt, get a brew, dance, do a beat, do a tour, run around, just like all over the place. It was too much chaos. Even just looking back on it, like sometimes I'm just like, how was I like surviving like that, clenched up in my bed at night? You get like tension and like body aches and pains and stuff. You can really end up in trouble thinking you're gonna like pop some pills and be better. Like you really have to work on it. Once it was out, it was like, I felt like I really made it. Sorry, I had to shine my pleather up. Now all I need is like a cigarette stick. Right. With a black cigarette in there. Like my days in acting school. No. When I was a kid, my mom was like nuts. And when I was in high school, I kind of started to see like, you know, the strings of her mental health really start to unravel. And it affected me a lot because, you know, that was my only parent. And coming to LaGuardia was definitely like where I got to just let it really all hang out, because at home, like, you know, things were tough. Like you had to be tough because my mother was tough and I had to be tough, you know, and I never really got to talk to her about like a lot of the things that I was going through. LaGuardia was where I got to like sing out loud, where I got to really be like Azealia. My creativity, it goes far beyond just making music. People blame me for just commenting, like I'm not writing the headline. There's something very artistic about the way that I, you know, form these like crazy thoughts and these opinions. Like that's art as well. It's like a gonzo art project, you know? I just make sure to like check myself, like when I feel my temperature rising, it's just like, okay, Azealia, calm down. Yeah, it's all like technique. It's not like character flaws. It's just, you know, unlearning bad behavioral habits, taking care of yourself. I've also learned that diet has a lot to do with it. Food affects my mental health tremendously. Oysters have like crazy, crazy amounts of selenium and magnesium and zinc. You could have dopamine off or serotonin off. The chemical imbalance usually can be solved through nutrition. Your brain can use it to create the chemicals that it needs to be a happy mermaid. I really like crystals as meditation pieces. Fantasy mixtape, we had these salt lamps. They just kind of like clear out excess stuff. You have like all these like radio waves going through everything, like with your cell phone and your computer and all that other stuff. So yeah, this is also really good to eat. You could actually lick this. I love selenite. It kind of just like disperses things. You have like this internal compass, and all these things can happen in life and in the world to kind of like dull that. I think it's important to like cleanse your spirit and just keep your head screwed on. I feel more established as a woman and as a musician. I feel accomplished. I definitely feel different at 26 than I did at like 23 or 24. Maybe I was having a quarter life crisis. The way I thought about love changed, the way I thought about myself changed, the way I thought about music changed. I thought about those things before from a very self-righteous and selfish place. Now I think about those things not as an accessory, but as a necessity. I understand why humans need to be in love. You could be in love with your best friends. You can be in love with your family. You can be in love with your children. Literally the same way that I put those crystals around me to kind of keep my vitality up. You need other human beings around you to support your life. This day and age, everybody's like on their phone, spending time at home. Two flowers can't talk to each other on the phone and like share life energy. They actually have to be near each other. I'm coming with the tang tang bang bang. Gotta go. Music is what keeps me. I mean, it's what I have to do. Performance means freedom and exhalation and ventilation. And it's so important to me because you have to just wash off yesterday or let out yesterday. I take it very seriously, just like to heart. You know, I'm still the same patron of the arts and like, you know, enthusiast, music connoisseur that I was when I was like 16. I make better decisions when I'm making music. Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a spring, boy, ain't nothing to play. No, stop.